The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah, go Cowboys!
This is Mick Shots, streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app. Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
It's Friday. What does that mean? There you go.
Go!
He was like, oh.
Go! Dallas Cowboys! Let's go, team of the
It's Fight Song Friday.
Pros, let the whole world hear our bugles blow. Stand up!
No.
They just scream.
They probably do. Something like that.
Losers.
They're from that other league, the AFL.
The AFL.
So the AFL didn't have fight songs like we had in the NFL in the 60s.
I bet they had a little bit more soul in it. AFL had all the HBCU players there.
Emerson Boozer.
Yeah.
They're not talking the ABA.
Where'd Emerson Boozer go to school? I got to look up Emerson Boozer as we get you ready for
made you
Jets
think of
Cowboys.
him?
The Jets fight song, they just spell out Jets.
Yeah,
Remember that.
That's what Mickey just said. Mm-hmm. All right, so we got a lot to get to. Brian Schottenheimer just had a press conference, and Cowboys getting set to take on the winless New York Jets. And Emerson Boozer went to Maryland State.
That is not a black school.
Okay, Maryland State.
Unless it
Never heard of it.
grew.
It's now Maryland Eastern Shore. All right, there you go.
I was going to say.
All right, here we go now.
Basketball.
What is anybody on the offensive line going to play on Sunday at noon?
Terrence Steele.
He's back.
It's
He's back.
Oh, he
never left.
one fifth of the offensive line.
I thought that he had an issue as well.
No.
Speaking of Emerson Boozer, we got a fifth of our offensive line ready to go. Mm-hmm. Did you get that? A fifth?
No, I didn't.
I got you. A fifth.
Yeah.
No.
Go ahead, Mickey.
No.
I know it's a fifth.
It's just amazing that it's like injuries attack certain areas like it's a disease, right?
Got four of them that are okay. So Guyton is in concussion
Still in
protocol.
concussion protocol, and
Even though coach was non-committal on whether he could be ready.
I wouldn't have told him till 3:00 either.
Yeah. So, but he did say he's still in concussion
And
protocol.
remember, when you're in concussion protocol, to get out of concussion protocol, you got to go do something physically and then come back the next day.
Is concussion protocol, is it an hour-by-hour thing or is it a day-by-day?
Day by
if you
day.
start the day and at noon on Friday you're in concussion protocol, but your team's on the practice field at 12:30, can you get out of concussion protocol to get on the field by 1 o'clock?
If they clear you.
Okay.
When you say
But you don't get cleared because you have to practice, do something physically.
Well, they got a practice coming up
And
here.
the next day, you got to show up and have no residual effect.
Okay, so there's a
It's a
possibility.
2-day.
But there's a possibility he could get cleared to practice, go out on the field and
Right.
practice, do something on the field because they're about to practice, and then it would also.
Well, you don't have to practice. You just got to.
Well, you have to do something.
physical.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
what is that?
And then,
Like,
so it's
slap
possible.
boxing? I mean, you slap people in the face? Or what
I don't know. Maybe you got to run a mile or
I mean,
something.
do you
Something
run into a
physical.
wall
You have to
or
do
something?
something physical.
You got to
because,
have a workout.
Okay.
All right.
And then you have to clear the next morning.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, but you can't.
All right,
you
right.
can't. You can't.
Let's put it
You
this
can't
way.
test your head.
So
He's
Mickey,
running out of time.
Mickey is saying that Guyton's not going to play.
I don't think
Okay,
he's playing.
Tyler Smith. We're going left to right here. Tyler Smith.
I don't think he's playing.
Whoa. Center. He's not playing. Cooper Beebe. Okay,
No,
Brock
Hoffman
Hoffman.
is.
Brock
Beebe's
Hoffman.
on
But
IR.
your starter's not, obviously not. All right, and then right guard Tyler Booker. Obviously, he's not.
Not playing.
So there you go. Okay, so what do they do for Tyler's? If you've got obviously Hoffman at center, T.J. Bassett right guard, who's playing left guard if Tyler Smith doesn't play?
Is it Keegan?
Nate Thomas
be-
is playing left tackle if
Right.
Tyler Guyton doesn't play. Who's
and then
playing
it'll be
left guard?
between Keegan and Adeniji.
Trevor Keegan and Hakeem Adeniji.
They're running out of guys to be backups.
It's Sunday at noon. You just got to be praying on Sunday morning nobody gets hurt early in the game on Sunday.
Either if Keegan's playing, then Adenergy's probably
after practice, just go home and
backup.
don't move.
And the
Don't
only
do
other
anything.
guy, the
Don't
only other
accidentally
offensive
slip.
lineman on the 53 is Cornelius.
Cornelius, yeah.
Johnny Cornelius,
so-
a 6th-round draft
so
pick.
here's
And
what-
so you have on the practice squad Wesley French.
So they could promote him. So they would have 8. So they can bring 2 guys off the practice squad because you got to have 8 offensive linemen active to elevate 2 guys off practice squad. So they could do that, or they can promote them and then make them inactive.
Yeah, I saw somewhere a weird stat that all the teams that are dealing with injuries at the first quarter of the series and of the season, and man, that's just everybody right now. Everybody, 49ers last night dealing with injuries.
They weren't supposed to win, right?
Well, I mean,
Kyle Shanahan is probably
not supposed to
Kyle
win.
Shanahan's the coach of the year, going 4-1 with the injury issues.
But the point
Matt Jones
is,
the quarterback.
everybody is dealing with it, and when your coaches and I think right now for Coach Schottenheimer and his group, it's all about making sure that these guys are up to speed like they did with T.J. Bass and Brock Hoffman. We had our doubts coming into the Green Bay game, and those were the guys that I think you came away going, geez, that center and right guard was pretty good in the face of what that defense was bringing. So I expect the same thing. I'm not as gloom and doom.
The good news is that they've been out all week. It's not like an injury is happening on Friday, and so the practice on Wednesday, the practice on Thursday, whoever's playing left guard has been getting reps in practice.
Well, and the other thing is Hoffman and Bass are used to playing next to each other because they went through training camp, second team offensive line, right? So there's a little bit of chemistry there.
So Keegan should be right at home, and Adenergy should be right at home since these guys played all of preseason together.
Keegan just got
of course, but I'm just saying, these are backup. These are pretty much backup guys.
And Nate
Adenergy was playing tackle in preseason.
And Nate Thomas was playing tackle because remember Guyton got hurt.
Right.
He was out all that time. They liked Nate Thomas, and Clayton Adams talked about how he thought he played awfully well, that he had to go in there the blink of an eye. They were preparing him for that series in practice to take a series from Terrence Steele, which he did. Mm-hmm. And then that's on the right side. Now he's got to go on the left side. And look, they scored 40 points, right? They only gave up 1 sack. You finish the game with 3 backups on the offensive line. Now, you're pushing it with 4, right?
Of course.
That's a lot.
The issue is Quinnen Williams on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it's probably a little bit difficult the way they play their aggressive defense to double team a defensive tackle. Schottenheimer was talking about, well, you can slide the running back over there, and depending on where the gaps are, the running back can help.
Yeah.
Right? But he's not going to double team the guy.
Yeah.
Right? So now your center guard or guard tackle got to take care of that big dude. And he's huge, and he's active. You saw the thing that Will did on your demonstrate on the screen, right? Where he came off a guy, he was getting blocked. He came off the guy.
You're talking about Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, and he sees the running back to his right, and he just reaches out and makes the tackle. He's getting blocked, but he wasn't blocked. So, yeah, it's going to be difficult. So a lot of it's going to come down to how you're scheming your offense, how you're calling plays, how quickly you got to get the ball off, things like that.
And that's what I like right there. You saw it last night in the 49ers game. San Francisco offense. It's working for everyone in the league who's afraid of pressure. We don't need to be doing a bunch of play actions and things of that nature. If you're worried about your offensive line, then we need to sit back, take a 4-step drop. As soon as that back foot hits, we're throwing it, just the way they did against us last week. And the way I saw the 49ers doing, especially on their last drive last night. You can blitz all you want. They were bringing it too. You can blitz all you want, but if you just can't get there fast enough unless you're unblocked.
Right.
All you got to do is just like we try to do in the secondary, just deviate just a little bit. Dak or any quarterback can get it off, which is exactly what happened with, of all people, Mac Jones. He's coming off the field. I thought he was going to throw up.
Oh, I was going to ask you.
What the heck was that all about?
That's what I thought.
So, I mean, if he can stand in there on one leg, you got to worry about getting hit afterwards. You know what's going to happen, but I think Dak's a little bit more athletic than Mac Jones is right now.
Just a little bit.
He almost got – I thought he was going to get killed last night.
Was it a head thing? I think he must have had a concussion or something, right?
I don't know.
If his concussion, they would have taken him off the field, and Adrian Martinez.
Well, if you're about to throw up,
I think he just got.
I
think he just got hit so hard. He was like,
I've never been hit that hard. I've never been hit that hard.
I was thinking Chris Sims and a ruptured spleen or something.
I don't know what brings that on.
And then he finished the game.
Yeah, I like the game plan that you're talking about. So many. You hear defensive guys talk about how frustrating it is to getting your sack, getting your lane, try and come after a guy that's letting go of the ball fast. And if Dak mastered that last week, as we saw, you have to come into this game versus the Jets with the same mind state, even though you may not respect them the same way that you did Green Bay as far as the names that they had on the front and on the back end. They're still a team that plays some solid defense, and they have the names that you have to respect. I want to see the matchup with Sauce and George Pickens. I mean, I want to see.
I can't wait.
I want to see if they travel him. I don't think that they will, but I want to see good on good. And I absolutely think that our running game has made Dak look so much better. And if you can get Williams to continue to duplicate his effort, man, I think you make this game easy for yourself on the road. And you've always talked about this. When we go on the road, we acquiesce to the pressure of the in the building and the crowd noise and all that. You could take the crowd out of the game
with the running game. It travels.
With an offensive line.
As long as your offensive line travels.
And you know what, though? I've been fussing about the DBs not having that best next man up attitude. That offensive line, they personify that to me. They've had. I don't care. I'm not afraid. I'm really not. I feel very good about
the varsity or the JV offensive line.
I'm talking about the JV offensive line.
Okay.
I feel good about our JV offensive line. I really do, especially after seeing what our two backups did, center and guard. Against the Green Bay Packers. I'm feeling very good about this game as far as our running game is concerned. I don't know about necessarily winning, how we handle the pressure, but our running game will travel. It will travel.
The last time that the Cowboys went to the Meadowlands to play a Jets team was 2019. The Jets were 0-4 coming into that game. The Jets are 0-4 coming into this game. What happened October 2019, 6 years ago?
Jets won that game.
Sam Darnold to Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen, 92-yard touchdown.
Robbie Chosen?
His name is Robbie Chosen now. He just got picked up by Washington. And
he changed names?
Huh?
He changed names?
No. What did he have?
Yeah, a religious epiphany.
I like that. I like that.
And
just happened.
That's what it is, right?
24-22.
Enlightenment. Let me turn it that way.
The Cowboys. There has never been a Jets head coach who has lost his first 5 games.
Never.
I
like that.
Ever.
I like that.
Aaron Glenn's 0-4 right now.
Never to say never say never. We got an opportunity.
And he's been losing by some very close margins. So.
Yes, it's three of the 4 losses have been by one score. So they have 3 losses by a total of 10 points. The other game was against Buffalo. They lost 30-10. That's a game Fields left in the halfway through the game, and Tyrod Taylor came in. But
this is going to be an aggressive play calling by the entire coaching staff for the Jets.
Oh, yeah.
They're throwing everything
between Wilkes and Aaron Glenn.
Especially based on what you just said. They didn't want a game. Cowboys coming to town. They are going to bring everything at us that they can bring and just hope it all works.
By the way, earlier in the week, I think I said that because on my schedule it had 3 straight home games for the Jets, that next week they play at London against Denver. So it's not 3 straight home games.
But they're the home team.
Yeah. So.
Gotcha.
In London,
yeah. So
the most important down is going to be first down.
And the first down efficiency was better.
Click, first down.
Mickey, you heard Eberflus yesterday. The first down efficiency is better.
They were better. Third down was an absolute
He's got. Wait a minute. Eberflus has got to find something to be positive about. Nobody's talking about third down. We're talking about first down.
I meant first down is going to be important for our offense. I meant for our offense. I'm not talking about for defense.
If you're good on first down, then it should relate to
third down.
Second down.
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
Like, okay, they got to pick up more yards.
And it keeps the crowd out of the game if we're talking offensively.
But it didn't.
No,
they went 11 of 14 on third down. 11 of 14.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody brought that up immediately after he mentioned that about first down.
And one of those times that they failed on third down, they got it on fourth down.
Yes, right, exactly.
We talked about that. Yeah,
and that's in this game versus the Jets. That's what I'm looking for in this defense: getting off the field. Get off the field, guys, on third down. First down is important. Mm-hmm. Third down is equally important for this deep. Get off
defensively,
the field.
third down is the most important down. Offensively for us, I think first down is our most important.
Man, get off of the field, man.
Does a third down stop count when they kick a field goal on fourth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Better than a continued drive for a touchdown.
For a touchdown.
Yeah, of course. So what did you guys gather from this running game? Do you fear Justin Fields as a runner and also Breece Hall as a runner? What is it about their running game? Because we've been B+ in the running game so far defensively. We have been stopping the run over the first 4 games. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say it's been shut. We've shut anybody out on the ground.
It might be Breece Hall and
Khalil Herbert.
Because Braylon Allen they put on IR.
Mm-hmm. He's out. Yep.
And go ahead and say it.
Khalil Herbert?
Kenny.
Oh.
Nwang.
It's Kene Nwangwu, who is from Frisco Heritage High School, as a matter of fact.
Let him know. Let him know. Thank you.
And by the way, he hasn't practiced all week.
He hasn't, but I listened to Aaron Glenn this morning, and he's got a chance of playing.
He's got a chance.
He's more of a kick returner.
Okay.
And if he's been used at running back, he was drafted by the Vikings.
So Breece Hall might have to have the whole deal.
They just signed Khalil Herbert off somebody's practice squad. I can't remember who, but so he just arrived today, and Aaron Glenn was asked, "Is there a chance Herbert could be active on Sunday?" And he said, "Well, he just walked in the building, but there is a chance." And in fact, as Glenn said. When Herbert was at Chicago, they had him graded right alongside David Montgomery as far as his ability.
So the big deal would be finding a helmet that fits him in a hurry.
Which gets us to Jaden Blue. Which gets us to Jaden Blue and finding some shoes that fit him.
How about that?
What's going on?
Explain.
Kids. He had some fancy cleats that Jaden Blue wanted to wear.
Louis Vuitton shoes.
Louis Vuitton.
That was the way it was described by Schottenheimer.
Is it my cleat, whatever that thing? Anyway, he had new shoes.
Okay.
Halfway through practice, he's on the ground. He's got blisters.
From wearing Louis.
Yeah.
It's his new shoes.
I'm not surprised by that.
So then he changed
neither was Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
And the point that Schottenheimer was making, he's a young player. Young players aren't experienced, and they'll do things like what Jaden did yesterday, which is wear new shoes.
You got to try them out first, man.
I think that's what he was doing. I think he was trying to break them in.
Try them in. Try them out in practice.
Right.
He broke them in and broke out with blisters.
So he figured out that those were not the shoes to wear. So he got that. Rather do it in practice than do it in the game.
He should figure out those are just for autographs. That's all.
Right,
Or he's got to take Trayvon Diggs' lead and walk around all the time barefoot. He rarely wears his shoes unless he's actually practicing.
I heard that's good for you.
He's always barefoot.
It's called grounding.
Grounding?
Yeah, it's grounding.
Wow, that's
just putting y'all down with some, new age social media terms.
That's not having to do with penalties, grounding.
No.
Or discipline.
No.
That's what I'm familiar with. It's discipline.
Being connected to the kinetic energy of the ground.
I mean, it must be helping. I mean, the guy played well last game, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Right, Diggs?
Mickey?
Diggs
play well last night?
They said he did.
Yeah. You said
what did your eyeballs tell you, Mickey?
You said it too.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah,
look at it. It hurts him. Oh, it's so painful.
He sure did. I feel good about it. What's the problem?
Let's see if he can play.
Let's see
limited
if he can play.
All week in practice.
What is it? The
knee.
The knee?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably going to be like that throughout the season.
Yeah, he's going to be on that injury report all season long.
It's going to happen
but
that.
do you hear the rest of what Schottenheimer
Please
said?
tell.
about he came in to talk to him and they agreed to disagree on the style of defense that he wants him to play. Mm-hmm. So he's still not happy.
Oh, so he wants to play what?
Man.
Play man.
Okay.
Well, good. But when you go to the line of scrimmage to chuck the guy, make sure you don't fall down.
That's okay.
You called him that he made a mistake in front of the whole world. Everybody's going to be on him about it.
Well, the last game, we're good. We're good. Everybody just.
But I can respect that. I can respect a man coming in and talking to another man about his problems.
No, that's what Schottenheimer said.
That's what I love. That.
Great.
Good stuff.
It's great.
I'm okay.
We'll see if he starts.
He's not going to start?
Well, he didn't start last week. Mm-hmm. Came in on the nickel and then he eventually
worked his way in.
Ended up at outside cornerback.
How are we looking at cornerback?
Well, if he's good, then you got 3 guys.
Yeah,
Bland was having some issues. How's he feeling now?
He was listed as full yesterday.
Okay, that's good.
So that's good.
That's good.
And then if Diggs is full,
he was having a tough game.
Got ready.
Huh?
Yes, he did.
He was having a tough game.
Yeah, that first touchdown was.
I want him to.
Yeah, he hadn't played in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I want to see how well he.
So we'll see how much he missed 2 games, didn't he? Did he?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. It's just. It's not the same for everybody with you, Mick. It's like, with Diggs, it's his off-season regimen and not playing football. Then the guy that's out, then I want equal for everybody. That's all I'm looking for.
If he had been here working out
he
should have been, then he wouldn't have had those issues.
Right, you got it.
Baby.
Okay.
That's why it's different.
It's equal.
That's why it's different.
Yeah, it's equal.
Okay.
That's why it's different.
You want to talk Jalen Tolbert when we come back?
Yes, why don't we?
All right.
And I'll be the first one to do that.
And let's also point out that Turpin's not going to play either.
Oh, that's a good tease. So who steps up with Turpin out?
Did you mention Tolbert?
I just did.
All right.
That's where we'll talk JT when we come back on Mix Shots.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Look, school is starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
To Mick Shots.
Mark your calendars for Tails and Touchdowns, the first ever Dog Days Out event presented by the Farmer's Dog. Join us at Tostitos Championship Plaza at the Star in Frisco on Sunday, October 12th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for a tail-wagging good time. Admission is free and all dogs are welcome. Bring your pup and their leashes out for a Sunday fun day.
All right. Continue here on Mix Shots. We got our picks to click and who's going to win on Sunday coming up next segment.
Some good stuff. Got some good stuff coming.
All right. Let's talk Jalen Tolbert here. I mean, Everson, I got a question.
Yes,
for
sir.
You. When you left Richardson Berkner High School and went to Grambling, how long before you made an impact at Grambling?
I would say the first game.
I'm not surprised.
Did you play?
I did.
I'm not surprised.
He said the first game.
I didn't mean that.
And I got an interception.
Yeah,
I am
the first game.
I'm so happy I asked you that question.
The first
Because
game.
let me ask the rest of the room. What happened when Everson went from Grambling to the NFL?
He made it happen.
He made an impression right off the bat.
First game.
How many picks the first year?
11.
11 picks.
11 picks the first year.
All right.
Leading the league in interceptions while still on the bench.
Believe it or not, this is getting me to two players that could make an impact on Sunday. One of them is Jaden Blue. Okay. Jaden Blue had to wait his time at Texas. It was his third year where he made an impact there. That's why I've said this week, okay, I want to see it with Jaden Blue. Okay. There are certain players. When I look at the draft, I look at players like Everson Walls. When he went to Grambling, he made an immediate impact. And sure enough, he went to the NFL, he made an immediate impact. All right. Now I'll take you to Jalen Tolbert. If you look at Jalen Tolbert's history at South Alabama, it was a couple of years before Tolbert got his feet wet, and at that age for kids, you might be a late bloomer or whatever. But
he was playing baseball.
Yeah, okay. And there's other reasons why things happen like that. But by the time his last 2 years at South Alabama, he was tearing it up. What track has he taken as a third-round pick in the NFL? Took him a little time the first couple of years, and now you're seeing the real Jalen Tolbert and what they projected him to be when they drafted him in the third round. And so that's why I think you're seeing a very good version of Jalen Tolbert right now.
Okay.
So if I'm reading this right, you're saying everybody doesn't hit the ground running.
Right.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that they're not going to be a good player.
Okay.
It just
people
means
develop at different times, and there's so much more that goes into it than just what we see on the field.
And plus, you've got other players out there trying to make the team as well.
That's
so
right.
it depends on how they fail or how they succeed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that, if you see an opening as a player, somebody messes up in front of you, see an opening, and hopefully you'll jump right in there and fill that spot.
What game did you start first?
St. Louis.
How many? Took
5.
5 games you started.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Dorsett didn't even start right away.
Oh,
Right.
No.
Randy White.
Did not.
Randy White?
Right, Starback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That comes from. That's the style of the coach himself. That doesn't mean it was warranted.
That
all right?
doesn't mean they weren't
real
capable.
About that. That's right. Let's just be real.
And, of course, it was a different era back then because you had the player for life. There wasn't anything like free agency.
Take your time.
Yeah,
Take your
that's
time.
right. Yeah. And so you also had players on the back end of that were Bob Lilly's still playing when Randy White comes into the league.
So mentioning
Tolbert
and Blue, can Blue do some of the things with his speed, different position that you're going to miss if Turpin's not out?
That's right. That's what I'm looking at. And, he doesn't have to line up in the slot. You can still have the same matchup with him just lining up out wide in the backfield.
Well, how many times have they thrown that pass to
Just a quick
Javonte
flare.
Williams?
Quick
right?
flare.
Throw
Quick,
it to
quick,
him.
flare.
Get him
Get him out there and isolate him on the.
You see that McCaffrey touchdown last night?
Yeah.
You see what Kyle Shanahan
that-
schemed that up on the goal line?
The shift.
Yes. I mean, he came out 23 personnel.
Yeah.
So you had McCaffrey and Juszczyk in the backfield, and you had 3 tight ends, and they come to the line of scrimmage bunched up, and the Rams they mirrored that defensively, and so they shifted, and they got McCaffrey on a linebacker, and it was so much separation on the goal line.
It wasn't even close. It was on 5 yards.
That's right.
It wasn't even 5
That's
yards.
right. It was schemed up.
Since you brought it up, so would you have gone for it on 4th down?
In that situation,
Yeah.
yes.
I would have too.
Ain't that something?
Yep.
I would have as well.
Wow.
You know what I think was in his mind, though?
It was 4th and 1.
Yeah. But you know what was
Look
in
at
his...
me.
It was the Cowboys were at the 4-yard line.
4.
By the way, I finally looked at that play again.
Uh-huh.
Dak could have scored, guys.
The
one where Parsons caught him.
Right.
Dak could have scored.
Even Dak said he couldn't score.
If nothing else, he would have been way inside the one.
Even Dak said he would.
Nah, I gotta give him more than that. You had a blocker out there on the wide receiver. You had the linebacker coming. How good is he?
Yeah.
How good is he?
So do you?
All you gotta do is take the blow. You might spin. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Do you think this went into the Rams' mind that they went for it?
Mm-hmm.
Because if they kicked the field goal or whatever, what was I thinking? Oh, they were never going to get the ball back.
Right.
The game was going to run out of time, right? So you weren't going to get a chance to go if they matched you.
Well, it was different, too, in that they were behind.
Yeah.
Okay. And so they just decided that they could get the 1 yard. They'd already gone for it on fourth down earlier on the drive.
So you might
gotten
as well
it.
keep doing it.
But they didn't run a, 40 blast.
Like right up the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't like the play call.
Yeah, and neither did Sean McVay. And he was beside himself after the game because he took the ball out of his best players' hands. And his best players would be?
Matthew
Stafford, Puka Nacua.
Some
Kyron
guy
Williams had already fumbled on the goal line.
Oh, man, that
hurt.
Talk
about
the
Alfred
Bills.
Collins. How about giving some love to a Texas Longhorn? Alfred Collins, a rookie second-round draft pick. Man,
that was a
what
hell
a
of a
play.
That was a hell of a play.
But Williams doesn't do
He got a
himself any
man on.
favors.
The man is just on his all up in his grill, and he just like nah.
All right, so now some love to Jalen Tolbert.
Well, I mean, I think it's the curious case of Jalen Tolbert. He's a guy that's been around for years that the fan base and all the coaching staff has been rooting for, waiting on this guy to have a breakout last year. Even people, when they said Jalen Tolbert led this team in touchdowns,
He did.
He did, but it was like, but even when you say that, it's people like, what? What does that matter? That ought to tell you how
he led a bad team.
He led a bad team,
yeah.
but he's in a situation where even when he came up big in the Green Bay game, it was like, that's what we've been wanting. That's what we've been asking for. And now you're in another situation where, look, Kevontae Turpin is down. And Kevontae Turpin this season over 4 games has shown you that he is a nightmare for teams. They have to account for him.
Not just in return.
Yeah, he's a crossing, whatever. He runs the route tree, Mickey. But now Jalen Tolbert, that's an extra piece of that role that he has to carve out. And Dak has to trust him.
He does.
He has to trust him.
That's what you notice now. I think I complained about it Giants game. I guess they were getting doubled on the outside, and he went at Tolbert probably 4 consecutive times in the clutch. Yeah. And of course Jalen came up with the clutch catch. But what we see with Jalen is it's like almost like it's unfulfilled expectations. You want him to do well, but he can do. You're looking for better. For some reason, I'm always looking for more. I'm starting to see it. I am starting to see it because, once again, that catch that he made, Dak needed that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
First of all, the throw.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know which one was better because
off his back foot
going away, fading. I don't know how 40-something yards looked like. I wasn't sure exactly how long the throw was, but for Jalen to have the wherewithal to come back and make that play. That was not an easy catch. I don't give a damn how good the pass was. That was a very difficult catch to make, and to be that aware. The DB had no idea what the hell was going on.
Right, and he got both feet in bounds.
Got both feet in pretty much easily. He made that look easier than what it was.
So how do you feel about the third receiver?
Flournoy?
Mm-hmm.
I feel good about him. I feel good about him.
Do some things.
Yeah, I like the way that they used him. He was on the reverse. A couple plays there, you could see, where he flashed, and it's all about Dak trusting him as well. But coming into this game, guys, I'm not gonna. No, look, I'm gonna just say it how it is. George Pickens, number 3. Mm-hmm. Make sure he eats. Make sure at the end of the game it's 13 catches, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. that's what everybody else does with their superstars. That's what Cincinnati, even though they have two really good, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, guys like that, they get force fed. And when you're in a situation where your other superstar wide receivers out, make sure that this guy goes out and victimizes a Jets defense that is not going to have an answer for him. We were talking about it yesterday. He knows the AFC. He knows these guys.
I can't wait for this matchup. The defensive coordinator, I'm sure, is going to be trying to game plan him. This is going to be pretty personal. I think this is going to be personal between he and that secondary. But what I'm trying to look for is for Jalen Tolbert to show me that he's more athletic than what he's shown us. I want to see some yak. I got to see some yak. We're going to need it. We unless he's going to run every route right at the chains. He doesn't break tackles at all. He makes good catches. He doesn't break tackles. He runs good routes. But can they set him up to where he can make plays after he catches the ball?
I just don't think he's that type of player.
And see, I'm hoping that you're wrong, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong because the way you said it, you hate to say it.
I like him more the way that's
in his role.
Yeah, right. I think he is.
They would like to.
Nothing wrong, and there's nothing wrong with it. He is who he is, but he's not CeeDee Lamb. He's not a guy.
You could be CeeDee Lamb-ish. You don't have to be. give me 75% CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Even I didn't watch a lot of him in college. Just highlights. I didn't see a lot on highlights where he's getting a lot of yards after catch.
And so if you have a guy like that, then you hope that he's bigger.
Here's another third round pick from 10 years ago or whatever. Terrence Williams. What was he?
Yeah, T-Dub. Yep.
But he still had the potential to break one off on you if you missed.
He had speed.
His speed.
Yeah. He had that.
Speed, but he didn't have make you miss run after catch.
Right. So Jalen Tolbert and with the drops, right? And you can see this with wide receivers when they have some drops, it's in their head.
Yeah.
And so the first thing is secure the catch.
Yeah.
More than anything, than making a move, than thinking about anything, secure the catch. And he's been playing like that for years, where it's just like, man, I got to catch this ball first. And so making a move after the fact is an afterthought to him.
But I cannot ignore the fact that he has made huge catches for us. The Giants game, that was a huge was it fourth down? Was that fourth down?
I believe it was.
Come on, man. And then, of course, with bailing Dak out on that pass, you got to give him some love. You got to give him some love. That's why I'm trying to change my thought process about him, because people thought the same thing about me. I'm looking at the interceptions that we had in 81. We had all these interceptions. We had not one person had a touchdown. We didn't have not one DB return a pick for a touchdown.
Yeah, I was picking it.
So we were just good at what we did, just like Tolbert. He's just good at what he does.
But you couldn't make anybody.
So if you played wide receiver, you would be Jalen Tolbert.
I would be Jalen Tolbert. That's why I want more. I said this. I want more Dion than Everson Walls. I'm sorry.
Well,
that's what I need.
I think the other thing, and we haven't discussed it, that they're probably going to be using a lot of two tight end offense just to help the offensive line, right?
And you got to keep the crowd out of the game. You got to keep the offense off the field.
Right?
Yeah, all of that does that.
Okay, I just thought of my pick to click.
All right, very good.
And that's coming up next here on Mick Shots.
Look, school is starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check out for availability.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide, because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
The countdown to game day starts with Rally Days presented by SeatGeek. Get a behind-the-scenes look at AT&T Stadium, meet the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and alumni, play games, win prizes, and more. Get your tickets for the next Rally Day on October 18th at AT&TStadium.com/Rally Days. Yeah, made it to 2 readings.
Let's go.
No issues.
Way to go.
Are you at that Rally Day?
No, I had mine already. Had a good time, too.
That's right. We already established that. He only gets 1 rally day a season.
One rally.
That's it?
Rather bitter about it, too. It sounds like.
I am. Because I do well. I do better than everybody.
So what are you looking for there, Bill?
I got to look up the season, the all-time series. I got about to make my pick. I got to look up the all-time series.
You got to find a game.
New York Jets.
Wait a minute. I got to take my notes.
I got to find a game to mimic here.
Here we go.
Picks to click.
Picks to click. You know, the first time, by the way, the first time the Cowboys played the Jets was in 1971. At home, and the score of the game was Dallas 52, the New York Jets 10. Just a trip down memory lane there for you.
Man, they were only a
couple
couple years removed from the Super Bowl.
So Joe Willie would have been playing for him. Well, maybe he was hurt. I don't know.
He might have been with the Rams.
All right. Anybody got a note they want to pass along before we go to our picks to click and picks for the game? Got anything else we need to know about, Mickey?
I think I'm good.
Okay. No Mick shot to wrap up the week.
It'll be interesting if they think Mingo is ready to go.
Yeah, Jonathan Mingo.
Because we've been talking.
And Kalen Carson is another one.
Right. Because, they only have like Pickens, Tolbert, Flanoy,
Cropper.
Well,
Cropper got elevated last week, so did they do that again?
Yeah, or is Mingo ready to go? Because you got to have more than 3
So
wide receivers.
You got to make a roster move to get him active.
On
Mingo,
if you do that, and you can't put down an offensive lineman.
No, that's not going to happen.
You got 2 more elevations left on Cropper,
right?
So maybe you wait a week.
Maybe you do. Yeah,
I would think you probably do.
Probably do.
Yeah. That's the other thing is, Mingo's first week.
Usually they make them practice 2 weeks before they play.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're just going to put him out there, no ramp up?
Yeah.
52, huh?
Yep, 52-10. All right, so Everson, you want to get us started here? Your picks to click and your pick to win.
I'm going to go with my group that has the next man up attitude, and that's our offensive line. Looking for Nate Thomas and Hoffman and Bass to kick ass the entire game, just like they did against Green Bay. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm looking at winning 30-20.
Oh, 30-20.
30-20.
We got to keep up the scores. We have to keep scoring. It's going to take 30 points. You're lucky I didn't say 40. But it's going to take 30 points. They're going to play well. But the Jets are going to bring it everything that they have. They're going to come out with the trickiest and most clever plays. They'll probably take a page out of Shanahan's book. Not wasn't Shanahan's book. It was Matthew Stafford's book when they setting screens for wide receivers as they come off the line of scrimmage. I believe that was the Rams that did that. All of that stuff, which I think we should practice that as well with the wide receivers that we have. Picks coming off the line of scrimmage on big third downs and things of that nature. But they're going to pull everything out of the bag that they have. 30-20, Cowboys, offensive line, going to have to keep the crowd out of the game. And no penalties. No penalties to put us in trouble. Penalties on the road will kill you.
Pick the entire offensive line. So the whole group. I didn't know y'all could do this on this show. I am learning something show by show. The entire group. So, okay.
We didn't even.
I didn't know.
Beckman wanted to take Nate Thomas.
But it's okay.
You got them all.
I got them all.
Group.
I got them all.
So, look, we've been talking about Jaden Blue all week. I'm not going to take Jaden Blue. I'm going to take Javonte Williams, the starting running back, and because I just think that he's the guy that takes the air out of the stadium, makes this game easier for Dak. He's on a roll right now. He is the guy that could catch it out of the backfield. He is mean, finishes runs. I love having this guy on our roster. I wasn't impressed at first, but I am now. Javonte Williams is my pick to click. Score, I'm going to go 24-17. Cowboys win.
24-17.
Yes.
Second straight week that you've got this defense giving up less than 20 points.
Bill, don't do that. Okay? I don't do that. I don't do that.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
See, the glass is half full for you.
Come on, that's what I try. I mean, you can't just do this week in and week out. At some point, something good has to happen.
All right, Mickey, what are you thinking?
After much thought on this, I've got the Cowboys 23-20.
23-20.
The defense is
Well, I got this, man. I don't need you checking my work.
Around. And my pick to click's going to be the NFC Special Teams Player of the Month, Brandon Aubrey.
All right.
Okay.
So you're picking. You think it's going to be a ton of field goals in this game?
That's right.
It could be on the road. On the road, it could be. That's a good call.
I like that.
That's a good call.
All right. As I mentioned earlier, 6 years ago, the Cowboys went to MetLife Stadium, and they lost.
No shame at all.
They lost to a winless Jets team, 24-22, as Dak Prescott recounted that game yesterday. Outside the locker room, he lamented the fact that he tried to throw to Jason Witten on a 2-point conversion, and Jamal Adams blew that thing up. And the Cowboys weren't able to tie that thing up and force overtime in the final minute.
And you remember what happened after that?
I don't.
It was all I told you so. They should have signed Jamal Adams or traded for him, whatever was going on back then.
Yeah, no, the Jets don't have him anymore, do they?
No. And in fact, the Seattles gave up. The Seattles gave up Seattle for him. So here's what's going to happen this time. Cowboys go back to MetLife Stadium, and the Cowboys win the game 24.
Don't say the same score.
22.
I knew he was going to say the same score.
But it's a different tight end, not the starting tight end, who scores the winning touchdown for the Cowboys.
Boy, you are pulling
Dak Prescott
to
Brevin Spanford to win the game in the final minute.
My 2 tight end offense.
There you go. I was going to go Jaden Blue. I was going to go
That hurt too much. That hurt too much to do.
I was saving Jaden Blue for you.
No, you were not.
No, you were not. Myself, I'm going Brevin Spanford. My pick to click.
24-22. Yeah. I like it. Right.
Okay.
Should have won 17.
I got it all.
So just like last week, we all have the Cowboys winning.
Yes, we did.
Could they tie for a second straight?
No.
Could they go overtime for the third time in 4 weeks?
Only if we have to, but I'd rather
you know
not.
what? And we haven't pointed this out, but those overtimes are costing them physically.
Yes, they are.
That's 20 minutes of extra football they've played in 3 weeks.
And we don't have that kind of luxury in our roster.
No,
not at all.
And not anymore.
No.
By the way, did I mention that my idea on overtime, if you're tied after the overtime period, what they need to do, regular season only,
kick field goal,
have a shootout. Have a field goal shootout.
Oh, we win that.
That's why I like it.
Okay.
They start at the 50-yard line, okay, and Brandon Aubrey versus Nick Folk in this case, and you back up 5 yards after they make them. Or
start at the 50?
You're starting with a 50-yard kick.
You start with a 50-yard.
I thought he meant 50-yard line.
Kick.
Yeah.
How about go back
50-yard
to the
kick?
Okay, 50-yard kick.
Or here's the other idea:
Sudden death.
is okay, you have a shootout, but it's not the kickers or the punters that can participate in the shootout. It's got to be another player on the team.
No, man, no.
And you do it for fantasy football.
20 yard
That's
field
some
goal.
Price is Right stuff right there, man. No, we can't have that.
He sounds like the time in training camp. It was the last day, last practice, and Jason Garrett made the offense pick an offensive lineman to catch a punt.
Mm-hmm.
So not as easy as it looks.
The punt wasn't like a big high sky punt, right? I forgot who they picked, and the guy ended up
Joe Looney.
Joe, was
I
it?
don't know.
Yeah, he ended up on his knees to catch it because if the guy caught it, they were going to cancel something, right? Well, they had already planned that we were going home that evening, right? But he caught it, and it's like, all right, we're going home.
Actually, seriously, I do think after seeing another overtime, last night, okay, all right, where the first team that has the ball kicks a field goal, just like the Cowboys did, to your point, okay, and this would have changed what the Cowboys would have done last week. I think regular season, they ought to have the old overtime rules where whoever wins it, if you score a touchdown, you win the game.
There you go.
Now, playoffs, both teams can have the ball, okay? But in this case, regular season games, because we're seeing in the last couple of overtime games I watched, team that started with the ball, they go ahead and take the points to get on the board and trust their defense, whatever.
You know what?
And the Cowboys last week, if they could have won the game at the 4-yard line with a touchdown, they would have gone for it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Hey, you're going to turn this into Hunger Games. It's going to get worse.
Did you hear him explain that because he didn't like his third down call, Schottenheimer? He said basically that was his third or fourth down call, so he used it on third down. So I don't know that he didn't have another call, but that was the favorite call there, and he misread how they were going to play their defense. Like he thought they'd be in man, and they weren't, because Pickens was going to run a slant, if you saw, and safety was there to double him, and he tried to go back to the left on.
Just say you agree with me, Mick. It's okay.
All right.
I don't.
That does it.
Yeah, no.
Enjoy the game on Sunday, and we'll be back at high noon on Monday to talk about another Cowboys win, not a tie.
Go Cowboys.
Not a tie.
Cowboy Nation, I hope your team wins.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this,